So this is a Codiva, and after you create an account, you can sign in. And so I should have my account here. Okay. And so this is my project. If you click on here, my project, and that goes to this page. All right. And so what I'm going to do is I will create a new project for this one. So I will call this data structure and algorithms. Okay, and then I will create. So you can create a new project. You can follow me and create a new project called data structure and algorithms. And under SRC here, that's where we will put the example code. Okay, so what we do first, and let's do the under the directory, and I want to say chapter 10. Okay. We organize the code by chapters, and let's just first do, I know the exercise from the book, they want to do a file, and which is kind of complicated. So I want to start doing simple things first. So let's do one to say, I want to do an integer. So what can we do? And they say reverse integer. Let's do that. Reverse number. Reverse integer. Okay, specifically for, no, well, don't say that. We'll say reverse number. So I kind of just numbers. So let's create that. So this is my class name called reverse numbers, and I can create. So they automatically add package chapter 10, which it's basically tells us this code is under this folder. So we'll not change that. And in order to use ArrayList, we need to do import. So we'll do import java.utility, okay? And we'll import everything. And the next thing I'll do, I just want to change this class to public. It's more proper way to do it. Maybe Codiva add this one already, so I just want to do it. And so the Codiva also add the main method here for us already. I guess, which is fine. Okay, so for this one, we'll just have the main method, right? And so we'll delete whatever they gave to us, and we'll start writing inside the method. We're writing inside the method our code. So what's the first one we're going to write? And so let's first of all just generate some random numbers. Okay, maybe we'll say we'll generate some random numbers, and we'll do this. We'll say, because I want to show that we don't know, right? So we'll create array list integer. You notice that I cannot use int. I have to use integer because integer is a class. So the type here has to be a class name. Okay, so then we'll call this numbers equal to new array list integer and square And then we call the parenthesis here. It's actually calling the constructors that construct in ArrayList. So numbers here, okay, it's an object. And this is the way we create an empty array. Now, if we want to just print, okay, if we want to see what is it, it's empty, nothing there. So we can just print numbers. Okay. So when we do this one here, it's actually calls toString method. Remember in the PowerPoint, we have a list of methods here, right? Okay, so if we just print, let's see what it will print. So this is a valid program, right? So we can run. Let's just click on run. So it's empty array list, nothing in it. It's empty array list. Okay, so no element on it. It just says empty, right? And so I can open here. And now we want to put some value into it. So what we can do here is we'll say numbers dot add, and let's just say we want to add 12, you know, and then we'll say numbers dot add -3, okay, numbers add 6, okay, numbers dot add 45, and then we'll say numbers dot add I don't know, just have -5. All right. So we are calling, if we want to add the value into it, then we just say dot add and give the value here. Okay. Now, obviously, that you say, hey, 12 is int. So you are asking for the integer. So when we add the 12 here, 12 is what we call is boxed into integer object. Okay, so we can just write 12, which is primitive. So it's int 12, right? So 12 is a primitive data type. When we enter in here, they actually need you to enter the integer object. So it's actually, this one will be kind of put into the box of the object. So they did it automatically for us. But I want you to know that the 12 here, they are actually asking for an object. Okay, so behind the scene, there is the auto wrapping or auto conversion of the primitive data type into an object. Okay, so now if we want to see what's in the list again, so we can copy. Okay, and we print them again, so then we can run. Now you can see that they have nothing at the beginning, and then we add each one of them here. Okay, so they showed up, they print this out automatically for us because we are using the toString method call. And this is the way that ArrayList will be showed up in the screen. Okay, that's good. The next we're gonna do is, so we check the add method, right? And what about we want to see, let's do the print. What about we want to see the third element? So we can say index 2. And the third element, it's a 6, so they're supposed to print 6, right? So it should print out 6, right? So we're using get to see what's the value in this index 2. So this is index 0, 1, 2, so it should print 6. Now let's see if they actually print 6. Indeed, right? They print 6 here. Okay, look here, they print 6. Okay, and so we know the toString method, and then add and get. Now, what about we want to change? Okay, so let's redoing it. Let's say numbers set. Okay, what about we want to change 6 to 9? So 6 is at the index 2, and the new value will be 9. So now if we print this out, it should print 9 now, right? Because we changed it. So let's run again. You see that? It's actually changed to 9, okay? So that's the set method, okay? That's the set method. All right, well, this number is really, we want to reverse them, right? We want to really reverse the order. So how we can do that? Now we could do again the for loop here. We'll do the for loop. So we'll say for integer I equals 0 and I is less than numbers dot size. Okay, again, it's not length, okay? It's actually size. And then we'll say I plus plus. Okay. So we have beginning of the for loop, and when we hit the enter, and then they will add this end of the for loop for us. So how can we change the numbers in reverse? How we can do that? Well, there are several ways we can do it, and maybe one way we can do is let's just create another one. We just want to do the different let's create another one, say ArrayList. So in this way, we're not changing the previous one, okay? So we'll call this reversed number. Reverse the numbers equals new, okay? Array list integer. And so we create an empty one. And then we want to see reversed numbers, okay? And we want to add each I, right? We want to add the I. So reversed numbers dot add I. Oh, then so not I. add. So we add to it, but what we gonna add here is we want to add the value from the reverse side, right? So every time we want to say numbers dot get I is the value of the I from the numbers. So what about every time I read it, and I can add at the beginning. And then I have a semicolon. Okay, so this is one algorithm we can do. So every time you give me a value from the old array list, and I add at the beginning. Okay, so in that way, we actually can reverse the, can get an array list that's actually reversed. So let's print that out, and you can see we can print this one first, and we can print the second one, reversed numbers reverse. Yes, I misspelled the name right. Okay. So at the end, you can see the originally array list and then our reversed array list. Okay. So here is the add have two forms. One is they just take the number and they take the number, they add them at the end of the array. And or we can insert at the beginning. The 0 here is an index. So if we say index 0, that means every time we insert it at the beginning. And in that way, we can have one way. So this is one algorithm that we can do the reverse. So if I run this one, so you can see, right, that 12 is at the end. Okay, so it's a reversed. See that? It is a reversed. Okay. I will stop the recording now.